Hey Virgo, I know you're tired. Not the kind of tired that disappears with 8 hours of sleep. Not the kind of tired coffee can fix. I mean the kind of tired that lives in your bones, that seeps into your spirit. The exhaustion of always holding it all together. The weight of perfection. The pressure to notice every detail, to correct every mistake, to be the one who saves what others let fall apart. You carry so much Virgo, and most of it no one even sees, because you're the one behind the scenes, the one who anticipates the cracks before they show, the one who smooths the edges, rewrites the story, rearranges the pieces so no one notices they were broken in the first place. But let me ask you something. When do you get to fall apart? When do you get to be messy? When do you get to say, "This is too much," without guilt pressing on your chest? Because Virgo, you are not a machine. You are not here to be flawless. You are not only worthy when you are useful. You've been praised your whole life for being reliable, for being smart, for having it all together. And yes, those things are beautiful, but they are not all that you are. You are not a checklist of accomplishments. You are not a spreadsheet of wins. You are not a silent engine meant to keep everyone else moving. You are a heart, a soul, a being who needs rest, softness, and space. But I know how hard it is for you to stop, because stopping feels unsafe. Stopping feels like something might fall apart, like someone might get hurt, like you'll be judged as lazy, careless, not enough. But Virgo, enough is not something you become. Enough is something you already are, right now, in this breath. Even if the laundry isn't folded, even if the inbox is overflowing, even if the plan isn't perfect, even if you make a mistake, you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say, "I don't want to fix anything today." You are allowed to simply exist. But I know that voice inside you, the one that whispers, "Try harder, do more, earn your worth," the one that links rest with weakness, softness, with failure, imperfection, with shame. That voice isn't your truth. That voice is fear. And fear has been lying to you. Because Virgo, you don't need to be perfect to be loved. You don't need to earn your place in this world. You don't need to prove your strength by carrying what was never yours to hold. Tell me, how long have you been measuring your worth in what you give? How long have you believed that being needed was the same as being loved? How long have you kept moving just so no one would see how lonely it feels to always be the strong one? Does that resonate? Because I see the ache behind your calm. I see the part of you that wonders late at night, if I stopped being useful, would anyone stay? And I want you to know, yes, someone would. Because your value is not in your service, it's in your soul. Virgo, stillness is not stagnation. Stillness is sacred. It is where the truth speaks. It is where the universe whispers. It is where your own heart can finally be heard. You don't always have to be the problem solver. You don't always have to be the one with the answers. You don't always have to make sense of everything right away. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is nothing. To let the dishes wait, to let the list remain unfinished, to let the earth spin without your interference. Because Virgo, the world will not collapse if you rest, but your spirit might if you never do. So, what if just for tonight you set it all down? What if you let yourself be held by the silence, by the stars, by the ground beneath you that has never asked you to earn its support? What if you believed, even for a moment, that you don't have to fix everything to be worthy of love? You've always found safety in control in order in being prepared. But what if safety isn't in control at all? What if true safety is in surrender, in saying, even if I don't manage it all, I am still enough? Virgo, can you love yourself when you're not producing, not perfecting, not proving? Can you look at yourself in the quiet, with no one to serve, no one to impress, and still say, I matter? Because that's where real healing begins. Not when the inbox is cleared, not when the house is spotless, not when your to-do list is done. Healing begins the moment you stop measuring your worth in output and start remembering your worth in essence. You don't need to keep performing perfection. You don't need to keep hiding your exhaustion. You don't need to keep swallowing your sadness just to keep everyone else comfortable. Virgo, you are not invisible. The universe has always seen you, and it's calling you now to rest, to soften, to remember. Even the stars take turns shining. Even the earth has seasons of stillness. Even the soil must lay fallow before it can bloom again. Why should you be any different? So breathe, Virgo. Let your shoulders drop. Let the armor fall away. Let your body sink into the truth. You are safe even when you stop. You are loved even when you do nothing. You are whole even in your flaws. And when that anxious voice rises again whispering, you should do more, answer it gently. I don't need to fix everything. Say it again slower. I don't need to fix everything. One more time, as a promise to yourself, I am enough even when I do nothing at all. Let that truth wrap around you like a lullaby. Let it sink into the parts of you that still doubt. Let it become the rhythm that rocks you to rest tonight. Because Virgo, you don't need to hold it all. You don't need to solve it all. You don't need to be everything for everyone. You already are so much, so beautiful, so valuable, and you don't need to do one more thing to prove that. Not now, not ever.